Hi, this is CAD CAM Lessons. In this part of the FreeCAD series, you'll learn Subtractive Loft and Subtractive Pipe, two powerful ways to remove material with smooth shape transitions. We'll build a simple base solid, create multiple cutting profiles, and then cut a loft and a swept channel the correct parametric way. I will now move to the next project and show you the Subtractive Loft and Subtractive Pipe operations. We start a new project as a parametric part, and here I will create a sample solid from which I will remove material. I will simply create a rectangular box, for example, with dimensions of 100 by 70 millimeters. And based on this sketch, I create a solid with a height of 25 millimeters. And now regarding the subtractive loft operation, just like in the case of the additive loft operation, we simply create profiles between which we will apply this operation. And we will start by creating a sketch on this face. I select this face, choose Create Sketch, and here we will create some simple shapes. For example, I will create a rectangle with dimensions of 40 by 20 millimeters. I click the right mouse button to cancel this. Okay, we have such a rectangle. Now I select the External Projection command and click on this line to create reference geometry based on this line. And I select this point. I select this line and choose the coincidence constraint. I close the sketch. Now I will create another sketch. This time I will create a sketch on a plane passing through the center of the solid. Here I had this sketch selected and clicked the Create Sketch button. And this sketch was created on the same plane. Therefore I right-click here. I delete this sketch. Now I make sure all geometries are deselected and select the Create Sketch command and select the YZ plane as the plane on which I will create the sketch. I switch to the view on the sketch plane. And here, for example, I will create an ellipse. More or less like this. I will add dimensions to this ellipse. In this axis, 25 millimeters. Regarding the angle, I enter 0 degrees, and in this axis, for example, a radius of 10 millimeters. I click the right mouse button to cancel this. And now I also select the External Projection command. I select this line, click the right mouse button to cancel this command. I select this point, select this line, and choose the coincidence constraint. I close the sketch, and now I will create another sketch. This time, I will create a sketch on this face. I select this face. I select Create Sketch. And here I will simply create a circle whose center will lie on the y-axis, and it will be a circle with a diameter of 25 millimeters. And we will also do it so that we constrain the center of the circle to the edge of the solid. I simply select the center of the circle, select the reference geometry, and choose the coincidence constraint. I close the sketch, and we have 3 profiles. And now regarding the loft operation, whether it will be the additive loft or subtractive loft operation, we can also approach this such that with the control key in the feature tree, we select the profiles between which we want to perform this operation. If I select the additive loft operation now, automatically another solid fragment will be created based on these sketches. And if I select these sketches in the operation tree and select the subtractive loft operation, based on this, material will be removed from the solid. I click OK, and we have something like this. Of course, we can also approach this such that we first select the initial profile, select the operation, and select subsequent sections. But we can also do it as I showed you a moment ago, meaning first we select all intermediate profiles and then we select the operation. And okay, applying the subtractive loft operation is very similar to the additive loft operation. Only here, in the case of the additive loft operation, we create a solid based on sketches, and in the case of the subtractive loft operation, we remove material from the solid based on sketches. And the subtractive pipe operation will work similarly. I will remove the subtractive loft operation here. I select this operation and delete it. I will also delete the sketches, and we will use this box to prepare the subtractive pipe operation. And here I create a sketch on this face. I select this face, choose Create Sketch, and here I will start by creating reference geometry based on this edge of the solid. And I will draw, for example, a circle here whose center will lie more or less in this spot. Circle diameter 10 millimeters. I click the right mouse button, and I will also define the distance of this point from that point. I select these 2 points, press the D key, and here as the distance I enter 10 millimeters. I close the sketch, and now I will create a path sketch on this face. I select this face, choose Create Sketch, and here, as I mentioned to you in the previous example, the beginning of the path along which we will prepare the sweep should be perpendicular to the profile that will be swept along this path, and we will do it so that we create reference geometry here. Select the external projection command, and we can create reference geometry to this edge, but we can also create reference geometry to this sketch. And here we will create a path so that the starting point of the path lies in the center of this circle, and so that this path is perpendicular to this profile. I switch to the top view, and here we could have applied the external projection command only to this circle. I will press Ctrl Z to undo this, and this command is active. And now I select this circle, and here simply a fragment of this reference geometry has been created, and this is enough for us. I click the right mouse button to cancel this command, switch to the top view, and here I will create a path using the polyline command. At the beginning, I draw a line that will be perpendicular to the profile. I make sure that a fragment of this polyline will be vertical, and then I draw subsequent fragments of the path. We will do it more or less like this. I click the right mouse button twice to end this command, and here we will also use the external projection command to create reference geometry to this edge. I click the right mouse button, and we do it like this. I select this point, and choose the coincidence constraint. And here in this case, we will do it so that I select this point, and select this point, and choose the symmetry constraint. Now we can add fillets at these points here so that there are no such sharp breaks in the path. I simply select the fillet command and select these path points. I click the right mouse button, and now I select 3 radii. I press the E key to specify that these radii are equal to each other. I select one radius, press the D key, and specify the dimension of this radius, for example as 10 millimeters. And okay, I will not dimension this path anymore. I close the sketch, and now we will use the subtractive pipe operation. We select the initial profile. With the Control key, we select the path, and we select the subtractive pipe operation. And here, as you can see, we also don't have to select the path. After selecting this operation, we can select the profile, we can select the path, and the operation will be applied. But we can also do it step by step. We select the profile sketch, select the subtractive pipe operation, and then click the object button and select the path so as to prepare the sweep along this path. But here, instead of sketches, I selected the solid, so I click the object button again and select this sketch. I click OK, and we have something like this. So as you can see, these operations, both additive loft, additive pipe, as well as subtractive loft and subtractive pipe, can be very useful in many cases and allow for creating quite complex 3D solids. Now you know how to cut complex shapes using subtractive loft and create smooth channels using subtractive pipe with a properly built path. To see the next step, click the video on the screen or subscribe and continue the full series in the playlist.